Article 3. Whether God is the same as his essence or nature. We proceed thus to the third article. It seems that God is not the same as his essence or nature. Objection 1. For nothing is in itself but the essence or nature of God, which is the Godhead, is said to be in God. Therefore it seems that God is not the same as his essence or nature. Objection 2. Further, the effect is likened to its cause, for every agent produces its like, but in created things the suppositum is not identical with its nature. For a man is not the same as his humanity, therefore God is not the same as his Godhead. On the contrary, it is said of God that he is life, and not only that, he is living. I am the way, the truth, and the life. John chapter 14, verse 6. Now, the relation between Godhead and God is the same as the relation between life and the living thing. Therefore, God is his very Godhead. I answer that God is the same as his essence or nature. To understand this, it must be noted that in things composed of matter and form, the nature or essence must differ from the suppositum, because the essence or nature comprises in itself only what is included in the definition of the species. As humanity comprises in itself all that is included in the definition of man, for it is by this that man is man, and it is this that humanity signifies, that namely, whereby man is man. Now individual matter, with all its individualizing accidents, is not included in the definition of the species. One of the elements in this defect in imitation is that what is one and simple can be represented only by many things. And so there comes about in the different effects composition, which renders suppositum distinct from nature in them. For this flesh, these bones, this blackness or whiteness, etc., are not included in the definition of a man. Therefore, this flesh, these bones, and the accidents designating this matter are not included in humanity, and yet they are included in the thing which is a man. Hence the thing which is a man has something in it which humanity does not have. Consequently, humanity and a man are not wholly the same. But humanity is taken to mean the formal part of a man, because the principles by which a thing is defined are as the formal constituent in relation to the individualizing matter. On the other hand, in things not composed of matter and form, in which individualization is not due to individual matter, that is to say, to this matter, the very forms being individualized of themselves, it is necessary that the forms themselves should be subsisting supposita. Therefore, suppositum and nature do not differ in them, as we have shown above in Article 2. Since God then is not composed of matter and form, he must be his own Godhead, his own life, and whatever else is thus predicated of him. Reply to Objection 1. We can speak of simple things only as though they were like the composite things from which we derive our knowledge. Therefore, in speaking of God, we use concrete nouns to signify his substance, because with us only those things subsist which are composite, and we use abstract nouns to signify his simplicity. In saying, therefore, that Godhead or life or the like are in God, it must be ascribed to the diversity which lies in the way our intellect receives, and not to any diversity in reality. Reply to Objection 2. The effects of God do not imitate him perfectly, but only as far as they are able.